October energies, the end of old times. We are witnessing the end of old times, as my guides called this passage we are traversing. During these last 3 months of the year, everything within creation gradually leads us to renewal and a new phase of liberation and reconnection, helping us unplug from the 3D plane and align with the soul dimensions, where many of you already dwell, holding a harmonic frequency. Many of you are now clearing old timeliness, a process that is especially challenging, as we need to cancel previous thoughts and feelings by refocusing on the new timeline we wish to navigate. October is a month that energetically represents completion and the transcendence of all we have previously experienced, keeping only the wisdom of the path we have walked. The solar eclipse in Libra helps us achieve completion and transformation through the process of removing inorganic influences, programs, and false light from our being and present timelines, for it is with Libra that we transform all that is impure in ourselves and relationships, bringing divine order into our being and lives. As the universal number 9 of this month emphasizes, we are ending/beginning anew within this eternal cosmic spiral. Number 9 is precisely about clearing old programs, habits, and karmic ties that impede us from retrieving our freedom. Number 9 is a number of completion from an old chapter, but it is also the number of growth and wisdom, the one we integrate as we move through our life lessons. 9 symbolizes the phase where many are at this time, a phase to focus on our inner light truth, to walk among the shadows until we reach the new shore, using only our inner compass to navigate through our current reality. In truth, we need nothing more than discerning which way is aligned with our God self, and which does not serve us any longer. It is a number that represents the essence of what we are being shown during these last 3 months of the year, what we have lived, learned, and mastered, so we can now discern and evaluate our journey, the actions we have taken, and the outcomes, shifting trajectory, if necessary. Number 9 also represents planet Mars, our inner warrior, very active in the solar Libra eclipse of tomorrow, as the Sun and Moon square to Mars, challenging us to leave our past behind, to understand the importance of flowing with all we experience, surrendering to the divine plan, not to our egoic one, allowing creation to show us what is best for us and all. All within creation is inviting us to transcend an old timeline, an old self, and life, realigning with who we truly are, and manifesting the life that is in perfect resonance with our new chosen frequency. Every thought and act determines where we are heading, the frequency we hold, and what we attract with our current state of being. There is no one or anything to blame for our creations or personal experiences. This is a time of great revelations for us to see if where we are is not where we desire to be, shifting our present trajectory, and moving into a different one. When there is love, there is a will, and therefore a way. You hold all the love, wisdom, and power to create the way. May you create the best path for what you are here to learn and give to all, beloveds. With an infinite love. Natalia, Alba. Mira of the Pleiades, much to be discovered. Greetings, I am Mira from the Pleiadian High Council. As you know, I am working full-time with the Earth Council for the Earth's ascension, which is close by. We have been preparing for this miraculous time for the Earth and all of life to become free again. This is part of the Pleiadian mission, to assist other planets with their ascension process. We know you well, because we have studied you and the Earth for a long time. We have built up many reserves to assist you more with your process. All of creation is here for you. What happens with the Earth affects all of creation, and we are ready. Those who are absent of light have been sent packing, or are on their way. The frequencies of the Earth have accelerated to the extent that those of lower vibration can no longer be sustained on the Earth. Soon there will be much to be discovered. You will begin to understand more of the complexities of this process. You will see how important the Earth is, and you understand more of your importance to this process. We are offering our assistance, along with many others who are suffering from the negative forces resistance playing out on the Earth. Although it may seem dark and negative, all beautiful souls are being looked after and cared for everywhere the atrocities are happening. Please stay in deep faith and use your spiritual gifts and abilities to assist. It is necessary that the truth be revealed in order for the earth to be free again. Beautiful places, like Lahaina, Hawaii, and Asheville, North Carolina are examples of this. They are huge eye-openers for the world. You can use these times to create your new world within and in the golden age/fifth dimension. Stay out of fear and be in love. Remember, you will be living in joy, love, abundance, beauty, harmony with all good things. I am Mira, sending you love and healing. The freedom of higher consciousness. Soul consciousness is the next step in spiritual awareness. When you first enter the soul realms, they seem almost silent compared to the regular levels of spiritual consciousness. When I first experienced full awareness at the soul level, it seemed as though I was in a world filled with a light, silvery mist. Gradually in this realm, as your mental senses acclimatize to the new level of consciousness, the mist clears away, revealing a wonderful world of rainbow colors, subtle fragrance, and gentle sound. You find yourself in an ocean of harmony, in the home of the beautiful and mystical music of the spheres. This is the fifth density level of consciousness, which resides above the fourth density spirit, or astral world, and above our third density physical realm. It is here that the soul aspect of your consciousness resides. In this heaven world of light, sound, and higher mental energies, your soul works ceaselessly in support of your physical incarnation. When we tune into such a subtle level of consciousness, we find that there is much more to achieving personal happiness than anything related to external events. Real joy comes from within, from an unending source which is divine in origin. The creative will of the Divine Father aspect of God merged in perfect union with the everlasting love of the Divine Mother aspect of God together fill their universe with total, unadulterated, blissful joy. The greatest discovery of a person who regularly practices meditation is that, one day, the door will quietly open to this unending supply of blissful joy. On that day, the spiritual seeker knows, beyond all shadow of any doubt, that God lies silently within all things and all consciousness. We are a part of that divine oneness, and it is through the joy of soul consciousness that we realize this connection. The soul level of awareness is your complete, inner consciousness. Your daily, physical awareness, on the other hand, is focused on the outside world for a purpose. The true purpose of this outer perspective is so that we can find our way back to that from which we came, even though we are spiritually blindfolded, so to speak, in daily living. The game of life on earth is played so that we can experience the rediscovery of that joyous connection to the oneness from which we originally came. All the happiness in the world pales in comparison with the supreme joy of that inner connection. Soul-inspired joy is lasting happiness. It has no beginning and no end, because it is always there, just as God is always there, within each and every one of us. In our third density physical world, it may seem strange to realize that another part of our awareness exists in such a heaven world, and yet it does. You can reach into this beautiful space at any time with the practical and inspiring information contained in the book, Higher Consciousness, Finding Peace and Joy Above the Noise. Jeshua, Christed Consciousness. Friends, gather near as I wish to tell you a story. A story of earth, a story of you, of your desires, of our creation. I am, yes, your brother. You may call me a she, if you prefer. This is not a formal space, but an informal space and place energetically of love, of light, of the camaraderie of home. There will be much information coming out in the coming times of my true nature and my real story, of the women that I loved and discipled, of the mother of my children, and of the important roles of the balanced sexes. I want you to be the first not to know this news, but to remember. Many of you were there with me energetically at the very least, as we were all key players in laying down the Christed consciousness grid of light that began so very long ago. When this universe was created, the Almighty One, Source, Mother/Father decreed that this universe would be different, a rare sparkling jewel of opposites, of duality, so that the richness of experience could be vast and expanded in ways that were previously not known. We always knew that this small corner of space was to be special, unique, and it has, and always will be. Your role in this grand play is no different, as you are aspects of Creator, aspects of Source/Love embodied on this grand adventure of life within the human flesh. It is a tremendous honor to be chosen to bear witness to this changeover from darkness and shadow into light and clarity. Nothing can hide in the shadow. The shadows are realizing this and are protesting as the light quotient increases, and it will continue to do so, and it is doing so moment by moment, day by day. You feel differently in your bodies, do you not, as you hold more and more light, as the richness of the higher realms permeates your bodies with joy and ease? Those of you who are still transmuting feel this differently, and you will all perhaps share this transmutation burden in waves. But on the good moments where all feels light and easy, it is a glimpse of the bliss and goodness of what is to come, and it is you serving as a portal here to bring it through and cement it in. We are building, creating and co-creating this living, breathing web of light. It is the consciousness of the Christ, perfectly balanced, divinely sanctified breath of living creation, and, as you live and breathe upon this earthly playing field, you are adding to it. I am so privileged to be able to bear witness to your great acts of love, whether they be little in your eyes, or quite large grand gestures of kindness and hope, of love and selflessness, and Creator sees this. Creator is so pleased with your powerful works of love, of sharing of what you have, and for those of you who truly wish they had more material items to share, you may always share your light. Light is a creative force. Light and love are enough. Light and love fill the spaces of lack and create more light, where more goodness and material needs may be made manifest. It is much like within your immune system, where the white blood cells alert the other neighboring white blood cells to pay heed to an area that is suffering. And they all gather to heal, and the light magnifies. Earth has been wounded. You have seen this through your galactic wars, of planets removed from space-times, of homes lost, of families parted. You have felt keenly slavery, fear, lack, starvation. You have had many lifetimes in unfortunate situations, unfortunate for your human vessel, but very fortunate, for it was what your soul needed to experience, and likely was contracted to experience. It is the fast track for growth, for deep soul wisdom and tenacity, this earth life. You are not punished by being here. You are lending your power, your greatness of soul expression, into the free way so that all may benefit by your light. You are all white blood cells on a diseased world, healing, lighting up the way for more to follow. You are the way showers. We see you quite brilliantly lit up from space, from the many ships that surround. There is a tremendous feeling of homesickness that usually befalls a channel, which is why some choose to not channel for a while, for a time. I encourage you all to accept that you are not away from your home, but that home is something that you are volunteering to bring through, the home of the higher dimensional pathways and passageways that are now threading your world tapestry with more light. I see this, and am overjoyed. When I came embodied, I remembered. I led as best as I could, but I struggled just as any human man would struggle, for that was part of my experience, my learning. We are always learning. No one is beyond learning unless they are shut off from their heart. I learned a tremendous amount in my time on Earth. My message was altered, but yet many remain true to my intentional remembering, that we are all fractals of Source, of God. That we are all light and love. That we are here for experience, for being a vessel of light and love, and to offer our talents for the others, and for ourselves to grow from and learn through. I am seeing many rows of clay pots on high dusty shelves. I am seeing rays of light break into them, and the clay pots crack open, exposing scrolls filled with radiant light. The truths will be revealed, and you will all experience this in your lifetime. It is no matter if you were with me in this early life, when I was embodied as Jeshua, for I have had many forms and experiences on your world. And if you did not know me, then you have known me in another way, or at least through another person, who knows me. It is the Christ consciousness that you long for. It is a part of you. Bring it through. Plant the seed, watch it grow. Now is the time of the great harvest. Now is not the time to be afraid of the great changes. You knew that you would see the systems fall, so that a new one could be created. The soil must be tilled, and the crop removed to prepare soil for the new planting. We are well beyond the planting seeds now, friends. We are in the rapid growth and fire phase. For those who have not made peace with their past, it will be as if a fire in a field cleans it for them. They are simply out of time, I mean no alarm. You have had decades, some of you, to prepare, to weed carefully, to water and tend to your heart, and heal your wounds. Others are just waking up now, and it will be more painful for them. You chose the pain of loneliness by waking up first, and you chose to spread out your pain of loneliness over time during your birthing and awakening process, and when I say awakening I mean awakening to the higher heart. This awakens the higher I, the higher sight, and the higher mind, so that the higher energetics of Source and of your higher self can more depthly flow through, in, and around you. It takes time. And so, because you have taken the time, I am speaking to my beloved friends who know me, and of my ways. You will be the way showers, quite literally. It will be as others are stumbling in the dark, and you will light their path, with love, with kindness, with truth and small doses, when they ask for it. I always enjoyed asking questions, to see where the other person was at energetically, and for my disciples to do the same. It is no sense giving a dissertation to a preschooler, when that preschooler only needed a kind word, and a hug. Do you see? Asking questions, that is key to a good beginning of a conversation. Do not be quick to spout off what you know, and what you have learned through years of discipline, and hard knocks. Those stories are likely not what the other needs to hear yet. I also always enjoyed going on a walk with my friends, for they were more relaxed, and when we both faced forward, the words would flow more easily for them. I encourage you to walk with me as well. Walk and talk with me. I am your friend, Yeshua. Many revelations will sicken you. The church has been diseased. It was not what my original message was. Much like the game of telephone, where words are whispered and change down the line, Paul and many others changed my words to best suit their needs. Do not hold anger in your hearts towards them. This we knew would always be a world of deep duality and deep opposites. My light shone very brightly, and the darkness worked very hard to cover it up. The Great Awakening is here now. I am so thrilled and pleased to witness this with you, my friends. We are friends and family of the light. We have always been this, and we will always be this, no matter what roles we play, or what universe we travel to for a while. I will always be here for you. I am your Yeshua. Be comforted in the days ahead, and have no fear. Know that the old regime is crumbling down so that a new one may grow, more organically, with many hands, and much light. New Earth is simply a higher vibrational space that you get to create, that we get to co-create, and what a privilege this is. Yes, there are many debates and many governments vying for control with tight fists, but the time of truth and the time of the people is here now, and nothing can change this. The web of light is pulsing too brightly to be dimmed. It is beautiful. You, light workers, friends, you are all so beautiful to me. You all have a powerful role to play. Do not shirk your part. We need you. Your gifts will be more and more available to you, but you still need to be open to the fact that you have them, and that you have a unique role to play. You light workers are strategically stationed all over the world, in a complex energetic map encompassing not only the ley lines, but the portals, the underground damage lines of previously sunken worlds. It is complicated. Do not doubt your placement. You are lighting up the grid wherever you go, and you are needed where you are. It is much like the great scattering of my friends and family. After the cross, we left trails of light all over the globe, and we spread not only our energetics, but our DNA, as we created new families all over the globe. There is much to learn that you will realize you are simply remembering. Isn't that exciting? Most likely the mystery schools ring true for you. Most likely many stories pull you to them as you remember more, and more of who you were. But I encourage you to choose who you will be now, and who you will be next. Choose the most powerful light-filled version of you. Choose the highest version of you, who knows all of your talents. Call your talents and energies of past brilliance to you, and anchor them here. In this way you will be managing and pulling in all of your past, present and future selves as you anchor your higher self, your crested self, now, and your sneakers or sandals, onto and into this earth. Remember, friends, that what I can do so you can do, and even greater. Remember this, friends. Let us bring a new earth together now, here in this space. It may take some time for the others to catch up. This should not concern you, for this is your journey. You are new earth, wherever you go, you bring it with you. It is the energy of hope and peace that permeates you. I breathe on you now. I kiss your forehead with a holy Essene kiss. You are most loved. I am your Jeshua. SorceryOffLight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.